And I think the camera's going, and I am at St John's Church at Neutral Bay, which is our most usual practice venue outside of Canberra. And tonight I'm having a brief and lovely meeting with Jeremy Eskenazi. Jeremy, wonderful to see you. And your concert's in Canberra in only about 10 days. You played for us, I think it's 5 years ago.
I was thinking on the way here, yes, 5 years ago, because my daughters are 5 years apart, and now at the time my older daughter was in kindergarten, and now my second daughter is in kindergarten. So yes,
yep.
Exactly 5 years
5
ago.
years. And you played for us the Appassionata
That's
last
right.
time, and that was at the Drill Hall. But this concert isn't at the Drill Hall because of, the strange circumstance of the world. It's going to be in my recital room.
Okay.
And so that's limited to 50 people, but it will be a high quality 50 people. Okay. And one of the things I've been trying to do in the last few years is include all of the named Beethoven sonatas in my concerts. So I've done the Pathetique and the Moonlight, and Victor St Giorgio did the Tempest, and Anthony Halliday did 81A,
Yeah.
And
which is the only one actually named by Beethoven.
I know.
All the other ones are named by others.
Yes. And this is unusual to the one you're giving us because it's not named for a theme or anything, it's just named for its patron, and it is the
Wallstein,
which is
patron of Beethoven and friend as well, and lovely friend, a dear friend from way back from his born years in Germany. And this is one of his middle sonatas, so contemporary to the Appassionata really. It's fiery, it's got everything in it, typical Beethoven.
Happy ending. Very positive though.
Very positive, happy ending, unlike the Appassionata, which is
sublime slow movement.
Absolutely, very short but sweet.
Did you ever do the other slow movement? Because the Andante Favore is originally for it.
That's right, he composed a massive slow movement for it initially, but decided possibly that it was out of proportion, it was drawing too much attention to itself, so he decided to publish it separately. And we've just instead got a very reduced second movement, which actually is no second movement at all, it's just an introduction to the third.
How wonderful. And when I asked you to do this program, I'm sure I was taking a terrible liberty, but I asked you about the Coffee of Seven.
Yes.
Have you enjoyed preparing that?
I did, very much so. Just because there's something about Prokofiev that's almost the 20th century Beethoven. Again, everything in it, but in particular this seventh sonata that you requested has an obvious allusion to the Second World War. In fact, his 6th, 7th and 8th sonata are called the war sonatas, but I think out of the three, the 7th is most graphically so. The third movement is very percussive.
Yeah, but it's not all heavy duty. I think it's got a certain slinky nightclub feel.
Oh, in the middle, that's right.
Well.
Yes,
I think it's rather essential. So if you don't mind awfully, can you just give us a few little excerpts from the Prokofiev, just to let people know what particular treat they are in for?
Absolutely. So the Prokofiev sonata is in 3 movements. The first movement is very fast, and you can hear all the instrument of the orchestra, although it starts very thinly, but it massively develops. But percussive. And then it keeps going, it builds up, and then it dies away. And then gives room for that lovely middle movement, which is more like a cabaret style song. Think of Marlene Dietrich or something. And it goes on, and it develops and expands into more orchestral kind of writing. And that dies away again like the first movement in a very smooth fashion. The third movement is another affair. It's basically in the middle of the war. We've got Russian soldiers, we've got German soldiers fighting each other, and you really feel the intensity of the battle here.
No more free samples. You've got to buy a ticket if you want the rest of it. So Jeremy,
it does go crazy.
Yeah.
If you think that's already too much, it's going to go double, triple, quadruple the volume and the intensity.
Thank you. You've been extraordinarily obliging. You, I presume, had learnt that before, had you?
Yes, it's a piece from going back a long time. It's Prokofiev sonatas. All of them pretty much are just old pieces that I've just loved playing over the years.
Thank you for revising it for me. And I've also asked you for some other things. I think you're going to play Chopin and some special encores, which they're surprises.
That's right.
Buy a ticket if you want to find these wonderful encores. Now, there's 2 concerts on Saturday at 6 p.m. and Sunday at 4 p.m. They're in my recital room. You have to book. There's lovely suppers and bubbling. We'll have a lovely time and a gossip with Jeremy afterwards. Thank you so much for preparing this, and thank you for honouring us with your wonderful play.
Thank you for inviting me. I can't wait to see you.